In all the excitement about St Patrick's Day, we mustn't forget International Women's Day on Friday, the 8th of March. And we're delighted that Amy Fleming, hi Amy.
Hello, thanks for having me.
You're bringing your show, Come Here Till I Tell You, to the ICC. Tell us a bit about that.
I am indeed very excited. It's a bit like today. There's some songs, there's some poetry, stories, but it's really about celebrating the creativity of Irish women. I think we're really good at celebrating our creative men, as we should be. They're fantastic. But we haven't got a lot of spaces for our women. So I started this night as a way to show off all the brilliance of Irish women currently living in the UK.
Brilliant.
So, who'll be on?
Well, we have an appearance from Queen Maeve of Connacht herself. That's
right.
all right. Things might get a bit sexy there. Then we've also got some rewriting of history from Fiona White. We've got Beca Barton telling a beautiful piece about an Irish astronomer written by Kelly Long, who's an amazing Northern Irish writer. So we've got a real mix of stuff. We've also got Ruby, who featured on the show earlier, doing some music. Woohoo! So we're very excited about that.
And now you started this night in response to St Bridget getting her own bank holiday.
Yeah, that's right. About time. It was kind of a real moment for Irish women, I think, when that happened. And it felt like we needed to mark it in some way. Obviously, being away from Ireland, there wasn't as much fuss being made over here about it. So I decided a night where we brought Irish women together and we celebrated what we can do would be a great way to mark it. So that's how it began, yeah.
And you're a storyteller yourself.
I am. I'm a storyteller, theatre maker. I think stories can be found everywhere. Like, show me your shopping list, it'll tell you a story about you. Like, so that's why I think songs, poetry, all forms of storytelling are brilliant. And I'm very greedy, so I try and do them all.
Right, great, good for you.
The voices of Irish women are beginning to be heard.
Yes,
we've got a fantastic exhibition at the moment of young Irish artists on
Northern
here.
Ireland,
And last year, of course, we had the programme of women's voices.
Songwriters and poets, they were amazing.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. And even back home, you see Irish Women in Harmony are making waves trying to get Irish women played more on the radio there, and people like Siobhan McSweeney, Aisling B on the global scale. So it does really feel like Irish women are being heard at the minute.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Long may it continue and maybe get louder.
Do you think St Bridget really is important in bringing that to the fore?
Oh, absolutely vital. I think whether you're religious or not, there's so many pagan associations with Bridget, and she begins from there. And I think she stands for a lot of things that Irish women feel in their soul. You know, a real caring, nurturing side, but also a wild side, a raucous side. You know, so Bridget is also the patron saint of beer, I believe. So, like, yes, exactly, what we all want. So, the women made the beer. I'm going to tell you that. So she really represents, I think, all the things that an Irish woman can be.
What can people expect that evening?
Comedy, brilliant stories, a night where they'll leave and go, I wish we could go through that all again. It was so brilliant. I think audiences, as they've left, have just said, thank you so much. That was an absolutely fantastic night. And they've gone on to see the performers at different things that they've done. So, I think it's a really, really raucous, really lovely, fun night. Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about your own story. I mean, tell your story. How did you become a storyteller?
Oh, great question. So I did a degree in molecular medicine, so naturally I decided to move to London to become an actor, because that's how that works. I moved here. A friend from university needed a flatmate. I found a flight for 50 quid and I came over.
Brilliant.
I didn't really have a plan, still don't really have a plan. That was 14 years ago. I started working a lot in interactive and immersive theatre. And obviously then you're very much with the audience. You're feeding off what they give you. And then I think just a natural Irish instinct to tell a great story was born out of that. Then I started making my own shows about my life. It sort of kind of snowballed out of there. And then I keep finding stories. At the minute, I'm writing a play about the Curragh Wrens, who were a bunch of women who lived outside the Curragh military camp.
Wow.
And they lived in bushes, and because they looked like wrens' nests, they became known as the Curragh Wrens. And amazing. The play is about power and having colonial power, religious power, and women and how they find power in that situation. So I'm also doing that. I do a bit of producing at the National Theatre. I have a performance art theatre company, Degenerate Fox, where I'm an ensemble member. So I do a lot of different things.
Now, I have been told to warn everybody that the show is for audiences 16 plus.
That is true. The odd swear word might might pop up. As I said, Queen Maeve gets a little bit sexy. Yeah, we have that aging on it. Obviously, if anyone's younger and you're a responsible adult and you feel they can handle it, feel free to bring them along. But we've put that age on it just so people are aware.
Fantastic. Thank you so
Great.
much,
I can't
Amy.
wait for
Thanks
it.
so much for
I'm
having
really
me.
looking forward
Oh,
to it.
good. Me too.